Hello guys, and welcome to Watching Time. Today we're going to present you a new addition to my collection of a brand that I already know well. This is the third watch that I buy from them. It's ECA Andersson, ECA Andersson, if we want to put it in another way. So who are they? ECA Andersson is a micro brand. They were born in Kickstarter 5 years ago with interesting watch designs, and that's something I think a little bit difficult to find nowadays, but particularly with a brand idea that tries to bring work back to their country, and that's also very, very particular. So they are based in Gothenburg in Sweden. The founder, it's the one that has put the name to the brand, so it's Eric Andersson. They are managing it in a very, let's say, family type business way, the associates that are working on here. And as such, they have had several ups and downs in terms of management and particularly marketing, which I think it's probably one of their biggest flaws. The customer service experience, it's not flawless. Said this, they are very approachable if you find a way to communicate with them, and they are quite happy to find a solutions once you get there. But I think they still have quite a road to go from micro management of an industry to a macro one, and that includes definitely the customer service experience, to be ready also to solve any problem that might come with the products, but also to guarantee a higher standard of, how can I put it? I wouldn't say quality. I would say, it's also quality. When you pay for a brand that it's going to cost you more than $300, 300 euros, you expect something more than a Seiko, than a Citizen, or than other brands that are mass produced and that comes with advantages and disadvantages, but you expect the quality to be at the standard of the price. Here, what we're talking about watches that cost around 100 euros, okay, without the discounts that they usually tend to do. So I expect an 100 euros watch in terms of quality. We're talking about going to brands that are higher level. And I know they have big aspirations in terms of what they want to offer. So most of the work that they're doing it in-house. And I think this is one of the greatest examples. This is the North Sea Lux. It came in two colors, the grapefruit red, they call, and the black. And it's totally, except for the movement, in-house made. So what it means is that they are using steel from Sweden. They are manufacturing the cases in Sweden. In the laboratory, I know they have bought new machinery to do this. They are, yes, in the case of the strap, asking support maybe to someone that is more expert in the leather handling, but the mounting of the movement and the minimum details in terms of constructions are being made by them. And also the dial that I know they have actually done, and it was shown through Instagram. So the Instagram account actually updates people on in a lot of ways. But there is also a lot of confusion in the way they are communicating. When I at least bought this watch from their site, it said that they had produced 15 watches, 15. When I got it, I saw on the back that it's number 250. So there is a discrepancy there between what it was declared in the website and what I actually got. Maybe they were selling 15 watches, but then mine should be number 170 something. It should be number something else, probably starting by 1. So if mine is 170 something of 250, there's something that doesn't turn. So I asked the question. They have not come back yet on that. That's fine. I would be really interested to know. The movement, it's Asian movement. So I think here you have a Japanese movement. If I remember correctly, it should be a Miyota 905, if I remember right. It's a good movement. I like them. It's a workhorse. It works, is reliable, and it's easily repaired if you need something. So that's okay. But as this is something that has happened already twice with this brand, and I'm as you know, the ones that follow my channel, I'm very honest on my reviews. There are small details that I think should have been taken care of in a more delicate manner. So the dial has been done in-house. It has been painted by them and treated. And it's actually very nice. I'm trying to macro it on the lens for you to see, guys. And as you can see, it's kind of a raspberry, grapefruit red, coral red, if you want to call it, actually kind of pinkish. Very nice. I really like it, something different. But I don't know if you notice inside of the ECA, especially on the C, there are small white dots. Those small white dots are lack of paint of the treatment. They are very small, and they are easily seen when you have a magnifying glass, which is not the case right now. But it's something that I think they should pay a little bit more of attention. The other thing that you can probably notice in this shot is that the second hand, as you can see, when you are arriving to the tip, it has a small bump. That small bump is actually an excess in paint. So that's fine, but it's not something that I see you can see it, it's clear, but I'm not like, my eyes are like, oh wow, there is a bump in my second hands. I see it, I really don't care because it's very small, but it's this type of quality control things that shouldn't be going through. Once you notice that there is a bump in the second hands when you are mounting it, then that second hand is put to the bin and you get a new one. This is what you tend to do when you have a strict quality control process. So you try to minimize the mistakes. Probably because they are family-based, family managed, and they're trying to do everything in their laboratory. This type of mistakes are part of the hand-making process that's behind. In that case, they should declare it in a very clear manner that there might be small mistakes that are due to the handmade process. If you don't do it, people that are paying 150 euros for this watch, they expect more quality. The case, it's really well done, and I have nothing to say about. I really like the detail of the crown with the logo that is kind of an hourglass. The back case is sandblasted compared to the polish case. Obviously, the case reminds you of Panerai. This is the elephant in the room, and there's no way of saying otherwise. But I think it's fine because they are proposing a Panerai style diver, more classical watch in this case, with a new twist. Another special thing that they have decided to use with this watch is that the strap that they have used, which is actually a little bit shiny, as you see, it's made of salmon. So that's why it has kind of these scales on the strap. I really like it. The texture is fine. I don't love polished, shiny straps of leather. It's something that I really don't love. But I think it actually works on this watch. The back is red. I really like the nice red that they have used. As you have seen, the stitches are pretty well done. And the closing, it's the ECA that they have used in other watches, branded clasp. I like it. It's big, it's chunky. It gives a little bit of personality extra to the watch. It's a 40 millimeters case, and it actually wears 40 millimeters. The lug to lug is not that big. Here it's 22, obviously. So the strap wears thick. And this renders a watch that can be managed by big wrists like mine, but it looks smaller than other watches. And I think it can actually be managed also by smaller wrists. So overall, if I have to put a 1 to 10 score to the ECA Andersson, and this is coming from someone that has already bought 3 watches from them, so I will probably give them a 7. And And please guys, the criticism that I'm giving here, I have already given to them too. They are only for them to learn from their mistakes. I think this type of industry needs to be supported, and they need to listen, especially when they are this small. They need to listen to their buyers. They need to adequate and to find solutions so that they can improve. And I'm sure that Eric will take care of these things and will improve in time even more. And I'm really looking forward what they can bring in the future with the innovative ideas in watchmaking, and especially bringing Sweden to a position that was not there before in terms of watchmaking. So maybe in the future they can start thinking about using movements of other types, another type of complication. I have nothing against Asian movements, but more expensive movements, I would be willing to pay extra 200 euros, 300 euros for a movement that has better manufacturing or performance. Let's put it on that way. So guys, I close this video now with this really nice ECA Andersson. I will do another video soon also on this other ECA. It's one of the three that I was telling you. Really nice design. As you see, it's quite different, but it's also a really fun watch. Oh, the Loom on this watch is also really nice. Nothing to say bad about it. Actually, I'm going to show you something that is quite fun, because the color of the Loom, and I think we can manage to work it out here, it's actually a bicolor watch. So you have, guys, the green that they have used in the sandwich dial underneath, and then you have the hands that have actually a blue BG9 Luminova. So it's actually fun when you are in the dark. Adding that to the really nice red color of this watch, I think it's really an interesting summer combo. So see you guys on the next video, and take care. Bye bye.